good morning or afternoon to you all.
Hello everyone, I hope you're doing great.
Unfortunately, neither Anastasia nor me can make it to Győr, so we decided to record this presentation. Of course, you will get the presentation in a standard PPT form, and it will be in the G Drive. What we want to tell you very briefly, we don't have much time. We want to talk about the accomplished task, about the task in progress. We want to outline to you a plan for the upcoming months, and most importantly, to summarize what input we need from you.
Thank you, Marie, for the introduction. Now let's start with the main part of our presentation. I'm sure you're all familiar with the deliverable 5.1, the Communication and Dissemination Plan. This was accomplished and uploaded to the EU portal back in June. And also in June, we had our first communication team meeting. Every partner was there, very active. Thank you very much for your participation. Keep up the good work. Here you can see the agenda of what we discussed. Basically, it was a communication and dissemination plan that was about to be submitted then. We set up some communication rules and resolved some minor issues that had occurred at the time. Now, I believe I have shared this with you before. This is the Dahlia calendar. It involves both events and deliverables. Now, as communication leaders, we're trying to update this as much as possible with new events that you might be interested in. But of course, please contribute you as well yourselves and add any events that might interest you or other partners. Here I mentioned, and I have the links for two events that are very important because they are also mentioned in the description of action. One is World Water Congress and Exhibition, and the other one is the 4th International Conference Waters in Sensitive and Protected Areas. Now, these have a submission deadline that is very short. So if you're interested in participating, and we will be very happy to see you there, make sure that you secure your participation as soon as possible. In the links, you can find all the information. This is something that I have sent you this summer. This is regarding the reporting simply for communication, not reporting in general for the project. It involves an Excel sheet where you can place all your communication activities and then separately some documents that you may use to be more descriptive with your actions and also let us know what kind of help you need from us. Now, I have come back with some comments to certain of our partners. I'm sorry if I'm bothering you too much, but the thing is that the better we understand your work, the better we can communicate it. So please be active on that. To those who haven't submitted those yet, please do so because it will make our work so much easier when we come up with new materials, newsletters, social media posts, and everything. We need your contribution. This is another thing that we have been working on before the summer vacation. We are contacting related initiatives and we're trying to bring them close to Dahlia. We also have a dedicated part of the website for the related initiatives. Here is a list of the ones that have responded to us and wanted to be part of our website so far. Now, if this page is not visible to you now at the website, please note that it's under constructions and it will be available to you soon. It will also be updated regularly as we bring more people in to our website. Along the lines of reaching out to related initiatives, we had a lovely meeting with the Blue Mission AA, that's for the Antarctic, and the coordinator was very, very approachable, and he even proposed joint dissemination activities to us, meaning a webinar or workshop dedicated specifically to Dahlia. And this is wonderful because this way we can also get closer to our KPI goals.
Saying that, we as a communication leader, we are happy to organize, to support, but we need your involvement because we need the technical part for the webinar. And be sure that Anastasia will reach to you after this meeting to organize the date and to organize ourselves. Very briefly, we also met the prep for Blue, the CSA for the water mission. We established the communication. We exchanged communication channels and the first information about the young journalists and young ambassadors we already disseminated to you. So be sure that we will be providing with information for them and requirements what to share on social media or on your social account. The Prep for Blue team also informed us about the change in the EcoDali project, which is very important for us, the SA for Danube Lighthouse. We will be reaching to them in September to have another dedicated meeting to support communication and dissemination for our Dahlia project.
Now, in July, we also had meetings with our partners, CCSS and F6S. Thank you guys very much for being available for us during summer. It means a lot. And we had those meetings to understand how we can best incorporate working package number 4 information, the pilots, and the open calls to the website. Now we have a good idea of how to do it, and we are in contact with our partners in this regard. Now, this is a tool that is available on the G Drive and that we have built for ourselves to best monitor how we are performing in terms of communication and in relation to the description of action requirements. Now, this is important because we once more want to stress how important it is that partners need to share the web pages as much as possible to increase awareness for the Dahlia project and to increase traffic as well, KPI wise, for us. This is the picture for the social media from January till June for Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Once again, it's very important that you keep sharing the content that we upload there to increase traffic. And what we're planning to do for the next few months is to update the pilot information, the related initiatives, and the open calls that are starting in a few months from now. Now, an example for the pilot information and how exactly we want it to look. This is an example for the pilot 4, but it's addressed to all partners. This is, we just picked a fellow partner to showcase that. So the first thing we want there is a short name indicating the goal of the project. This is a good example, upper catchment of Bach River rehydration. We want it short and we want it inclusive so that everyone who hasn't any relation to the pilot can understand what this is about. Then we want a 2-line description indicating the goal of the pilot. Again, we want this, very short and inclusive. In one look, have all the information that we need. And I know that this might be the hardest and trickiest thing to do at the moment because not everybody can quantify and know in their heads how exactly success will look like for the pilot, but it's very important, it's very catchy in the eye to give a rough idea of what an impact this pilot may have. For example, reduce plastic per 2 tons. This is just an example. I know it's hard to be precise about it, but it shows an ambition and it gives an idea of what's going to happen in a positive impact for the pilot. Now, it's good to be there. Please give it a thought, revisit your information that you have provided to us for the pilot, and we incorporate it then on the website. Thank you for that. Now, we're preparing new materials for you, a roll-up, leaflets, presentation variations, and a video about the pilots that we want to do before Christmas, and of course the web pages that I've talked to you about before. Here are the links. You can find everything in the presentation. Now, here is what we want to do. This has to do with the video mostly because we want to include like a map with the locations where each pilot is located. Now, please, this is a nice exercise for you as you're there. Take this presentation and on the curve of the river, please place like a dot or a shape or something like that to let us know where exactly the pilot is. This will help graphically. to do the video. It will be very, very nice. And there's also a link here included where you can put it like a location on the map if you don't have an idea of where exactly. Please include both the shape on the map and the location so that we can double check and make a nice inclusive video. Now, here's all in all what we need from you. I've talked to you about the locations. Please do that because we have a very good idea of how it will look like and we are very excited about it. And we want your help there. We want you, if you haven't done so yet, to fill in the reporting templates, even if you don't have much to say at this point. Maybe you have information regarding your organization, regarding your work that you have been doing all this time. And please include it there, and we will see what we can incorporate to different newsletters, etc. This will help tons. And also, what is requested in the description of action is connection with 3 journalists or influencers. So, if you have such contacts, please send them back to us so that we can start a connection and promote the Dahlia project. Now, as Marie has mentioned before, Prep for Blue prepares an action for young ambassadors and journalists. This will also be helpful to promote, but still, if you have personal contacts that could possibly help, this will be very, very, very nice. Now, I know that we are not there, unfortunately, so we can't have a live discussion about all those things. But please, if you have any questions, include them, send us to an email, and we will get back to you with answers as soon as possible. Now, enjoy your time. I wish you have a wonderful stay for pilot there, and please take a lot of pictures for us and videos, and we will also make sure that this event is promoted beautifully. You're doing a wonderful work. Have fun. Thank you very, very much for attending our presentation. Bye.